Welcome to Molly Mish. We're an American family of 5 traveling around the world since 2008. After more than 6 weeks exploring Ireland, we ferried across from Belfast to Great Britain. With autumn fast approaching, we're starting to feel the squeeze of the weather. Join us as we make our way around the Scottish Highlands across the famous North Coast 500. This body of water right here is called the Loch of YARROWS. We're probably about 30 minutes south of the town of Wick in the northern Scottish Highlands. And from Wick, we're only probably about an hour away from John O'Groats, which is one of the furthest north spots of mainland Great Britain. I think there's another spot just to the west of that called DUNNET Head or something like that. That's slightly further north. But John O'Groats is the famous one that's got this signpost that everybody put their stickers on and stuff. So we're gonna go check that out today. Loch of Yarrows is named after this place called Yarrows Brooch over here somewhere. It's the remnant. It's the archaeological remnant of an ancient settlement that was here about 10,000 years ago. Yeah, so this whole area apparently has very, very, very large archaeological significance of a human settlement dating back about 10,000 years. We camped here last night, not because we knew about this archaeological site, but really because we wanted a place that we could let the cats out. So the cats went out. They don't care. They just like to be loose. So they were out for a little while. But after being so wet, they came in and out several times. Each time I got to dry them. So when they finally came back in at the end of the night, you know, we sort of just locked up and waited for the rain to stop, because it was supposed to stop today, which it did. We woke up to no rain. Some clouds though, and it's not supposed to rain much, if at all, today. So fingers crossed that's what happens. But last night we were here all by ourselves until about 4 a.m. And at 4 a.m. this camper van, this RV came. We couldn't see. It was so dark outside. We couldn't see what it was. Couldn't tell if it was a van, a truck, a car, or whatever it was. We just knew that somebody came. Yeah, and then we came and we saw them. I assume they knew what they were doing, where they were going, because you know, there's no lights out here. And with the weather we had last night, there's no way you could have seen much. But today, several cars came in and out, and they all got out to go hiking. They brought some of them brought their dogs. Some of them just came and put backpacks on. And I'm guessing they're doing this archaeological tour of this Yarrows place. So this is what this parking lot is for. This parking lot is designed so people can park here and do a little archaeological trail walk. Today's Sunday, and our plan for coming here was to avoid John O'Groats on the weekend, because even though school has started already, we're still seeing quite a bit of camper vans on these roads. And the further north we go, the fewer there seem to be, but there's still a lot. I mean, for example, there's a guy here right now, and there were 2 rentals, RV rentals, that came today for about an hour and then they left. So I suspect John O'Groats is going to be, yeah, pretty busy for a while to come. We have today that's just overcast, the weather calls, and tomorrow was supposed to be like full-on sunny. And one of the things that I'm worried about right now is that we have so many cloudy days that our batteries have gone down to high 40%. Like today, I think it was 49% was what we woke up to, which is still fine, you know. At 49%, these being lithium iron phosphate batteries, they can go pretty much all the way down to about 10% without much harm done to them. So we're still good to go for another few more days if we don't get any charge. But I would like to get them back up close to full if we can. And we haven't been full in probably close to 3 weeks. So right now we're at 50%. So we've used 140 amp hours because, you know, this is a 280 amp hour bank. So I'm hoping tomorrow we're gonna get full sun. I'm gonna get the extra solar panels out and get the other 200 watts of solar panels out to have a total of closer to, you know, 550, 600 watts of solar on a day that we can take advantage of it. And the history that it says we haven't been fully charged for almost 18 days. So yeah, it would be nice to get to 100%. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but if I can get up to 70, 80, 90% range, I'll be happy. And obviously we charge when we drive, but it just doesn't charge that much. You know, we have a 20 amp DC to DC charger, and it doesn't always charge at the full 20 amps. Yeah, today we're gonna go and find a place to be tomorrow to settle, someplace scenic. This place is pretty cool, but we want to be by the coast, and that's our plan today. Get up to John O'Groats, go see the signpost. That's also where you take a ferry out to the Orkney Islands, but we're not going to do the Orkneys on this trip. We'll have to come back to Scotland another time if you want to do those islands.
Yes, we totally didn't switch seats.
What's happening?
You didn't even notice? But we didn't have to say
Why'd you guys switch seats? Just for fun?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
I
guess so.
Who's the most happy about this? You are, really?
It was like,
you don't like to be by the window anymore?
Can I go in the middle? And it was like, let me see first. He's like, and when they switched spots, it's like, yay!
Wow, I thought Ava would be happy to be by a different side of the car to have a different view.
It's squished here.
It is? Why?
It's wall.
Oh, because you're against the wall. Oh, well.
I'm so spacious. I'm squished.
Oh, I forgot. There's a bunch of trash outside.
Oh yeah, I saw it behind the tire, or in front of the tire.
I haven't.
The squishest. He's the squishest. Alright, ready? Say cheese. Nobody said cheese. Say cheese. Well, so this is the famous John O'Groats. This is the, not the northernmost point of Great Britain, but it is the farthest point from Land's End down in Cornwall. So this would be like the equivalent of, you know, let's say like New York to LA, for example, in the US. The most iconic point to the west would be like the end of the Santa Monica Pier. I don't really know what the easternmost place, New York to LA place, would be. But anyways, this is the northeastern point of Great Britain that is farthest away. Technically the farthest distance you can drive in Great Britain would be from Land's End, Cornwall, to John O'Groats, Scotland. And over there, those are the Orkney Islands. It is a super touristy place, especially right now. They do a lot of stuff like this in Great Britain. They will have motorcycle races, bicycle races, like all kinds of races that'll go from Land's End to John O'Groats. So today there's actually a bicycle race that's finishing just like maybe 100 yards south of here. and all these people that are on their bikes, waiting in line to take their finishing point photo at the John O'Groats signpost, which looks new, looks brand new. That's not the signpost that I'm familiar with. There's a signpost that's older that supposedly has all these like pictures on it. I mean, stickers on it. I don't know where that is, or if that's still around. Look at these guys. We're taking a picture over here, and then they just go right in front of them, take their own picture. This really is one of those super crappy places that you have to come to. So we can't come this close and not come to it, which is why everybody else is probably here. They also realize this is a really crappy place you have to go. So we're just gonna do a quick loop, see a couple things, get back in the van and drive out of here. Well, you know, I don't want to sound cynical or anything, but this is like when you go to a big national park and everybody's there and you're in your car, you're complaining, oh my gosh, what's everybody doing here? I thought it would be empty. But meanwhile, you're one of the everybody who's there clogging up traffic, which is what's happening here. We're here, right? We're part of the crowd that's coming to this really touristy, trappy place. It's kind of like the southernmost point in the Florida Keys in Key West. You have to go there for the photo, or you know, people drive all the way up to the north end of Alaska to say that they were you know, at the Arctic Ocean. So this is one of those places. Of course, if you come here in the off season, which is in the winter time, you probably find this place completely empty. And being that it's still, you know, the early part of September, even though school has started for everybody in the UK, there's still a lot of people here. Not at the end of this dock though. We've got this end of the dock all to ourselves.
Like a buffalo or something.
That's a weird bird.
It looks funny. Oh, it's so bumpy.
It's not a puffin, but that's a weird bird though. You ever seen a bird like that?
There's a cormorant right there.
You can park in this parking lot for £2, I think, all day. And there is a campground over here on the side. I think it's quite expensive. £24 maybe for 2 people, and maybe more if you have you know, more people in your group like us. So it's not a place that we want to stay at, even if it was free, really. But you can stay here. This is also kind of like Nordkapp in Norway, except as far as latitude goes, John O'Groats in Scotland is still very, very, very far south in relations to Norway. We're probably still further south than Oslo, which is in the southern part of Norway. But I am starting to see the sun lower in the sky, and every day we're losing a little bit of sunlight. Here we're not in the Arctic Circle, so they don't have perpetual darkness in the wintertime. Sun will still come out for a little bit, but it does get quite dark up here in northern Scotland. I think this is made out of like some kind of cannon torpedo thing. Maybe just like an oil container or something.
Don't touch it.
Why? Is it gonna bite you?
Yeah. Oh, that's the thing you would use.
Okay, you guys see where we are?
Yep.
John O'Groats over here, so it's farther east over here. Then DUNNET is actually the furthest north point. And these are the islands up there. Over there, they're called the Orkney Islands.
Which are actually more north.
Yeah, but it's not Great Britain. So this is officially day 2 of our drive on the NC 500. We came up here, which officially finishes our northern route of this drive, because it's kind of like a square, right? You drive straight up, which is what we did, straight up the east side, and we get to the upper right corner, which is John O'Groats right here. And then now we're going to start driving west. The best part of this drive is supposed to be the west coast. So from here, as we go west, we should start seeing more rugged landscape. This part that we just finished is supposed to be the least scenic of the entire 500 miles. This is actually a pretty nice looking campground. Nice grass. Yeah, nice views. There's a bunch of grass over here next to the trail. So the cats would actually really enjoy being here running around, but there are a good amount of people though. Nice views. Look at these people with the waterfront sites. So this is Dunnet Head, whereas John O'Groats is the farthest place you can drive to from Land's End. This is the northernmost point of Great Britain, right here. No place on the island of Great Britain is farther north than where we are. It's a great viewpoint right here.